Bright stood at the entrance of the university dormitory, clutching his suitcase and a folder of admission documents. He looked around, taking in the bustling atmosphere of his new home for the next 4 years. Students were everywhere, moving in and out, chatting excitedly about their new adventures. Bright's journey to the university had been a long one. He had worked hard to earn a scholarship, and his family was proud of him. His mother, a devout Christian, had spent countless hours praying for his success and safety. As the eldest of 3 children, Bright felt a strong sense of responsibility to set a good example for his younger sibling. With a deep breath, Bright walked into the dormitory and found his assigned room. Inside, he was greeted by a young man who was already unpacking. "Hey, you must be my roommate," the young man said with a friendly smile. "I'm Akin." "Bright," he replied, shaking Akin's hand. "Nice to meet you." Akin seemed like a typical student. He was friendly, charismatic, and quickly made Bright feel at ease. As they settled into their room, they talked about their backgrounds, interests, and plans for the future. Bright felt lucky to have such a pleasant roommate. Over the next few weeks, Bright and Akin became fast friends. They attended classes together, studied in the library, and explored the university campus. Bright appreciated Akin's easygoing nature and his ability to make friends effortlessly. However, Bright's mother had always warned him to be cautious of the company he kept, and he made sure to stay true to his value. One evening, after a long day of classes, Bright returned to his dorm room to find Akin holding a strange shimmering piece of fabric. "Hey, Bright, check this out," Akin said, holding up the fabric. "I got it from a market in town. It's supposed to be magical or something." Bright looked at the fabric, intrigued but cautious. "It looks interesting, but I'm not really into that kind of stuff." Akin laughed. "Come on, don't be so serious all the time. It's just for fun." Bright shook his head. "Thanks, but I'll pass. I'm not really into borrowing clothes or trying out strange things." Akin shrugged and put the fabric away. "Suit yourself." That night, Bright couldn't shake off the feeling there was something odd about the fabric. He remembered his mother's words and decided to be more vigilant. Despite Akin's friendly demeanor, Bright felt a growing sense of unease. As the semester progressed, Bright noticed subtle changes in Akin's behavior. He would disappear for long periods without explanation and seemed to have an uncanny ability to influence people. Bright tried to brush off this suspicion, but a nagging feeling persisted. One weekend, Bright decided to visit his family. As he packed his bag, he noticed Akin watching him intently. "Going home for the weekend?" Akin asked. "Yes, I miss my family," Bright replied. "Have a safe trip," Akin said with a smile that didn't quite reach his eyes. At home, Bright's mother sensed his unease. "Is everything all right, Bright?" "Yes, Mom. It's just my roommate. There's something strange about him." His mother frowned. "Strange how?" Bright hesitated, unsure how to explain his feelings. "I don't know. It's just a feeling. He disappears a lot and I don't just know." His mother took his hand. "I'll pray for you, Bright. Be careful and trust your instincts." Back at the university, Bright continued to observe Akin's strange behavior. One night, he overheard a conversation between Akin and another student. They were talking in hushed tones, and Bright couldn't make out all the details, but he heard enough to know that something was wrong. "You need to initiate him soon," the other student said. "The master is growing impatient." Bright's blood ran cold. What were they talking about? Initiate him into what? Determined to find the truth, Bright started to dig deeper. He asked around discreetly and discovered that Akin had a reputation for being involved in mysterious activities. Some students even claimed that he had supernatural abilities. Bright's suspicion grew, but he didn't know who to turn to. He didn't want to accuse his roommates without solid proof, but he also couldn't ignore the warning signs. He decided to confide in his mother and sought her advice. Bright, you need to be careful, his mother warned. This sounds dangerous. Pray and stay vigilant. I will continue to pray for you as well. One night, Bright decided to confront Akin. He had been observing him closely and had noticed that Akin always carried a small ornate box with him. Bright waited until Akin was out of the room and decided to take a closer look. He opened the box and found the same shimmering fabric he had seen before, along with strange symbols and trinkets. As he examined the items, Akin walked in. "What are you doing?" Akin demanded, his eyes flashing with anger. Bright stood his ground. "I know you're up to something, Akin." "What's all this?" Akin's expression shifted from anger to a cold, calculating look. "You shouldn't have done that, Bright." Before Bright could react, Akin lunged at him. They struggled, but Bright managed to break free and ran out of the room. He knew he had to get away and find help. He ran to the campus chapel where he found a pastor who had always been kind to him. He explained everything and the pastor listened intently. The pastor prayed with Bright and assured him that he would help. They decided to confront Akin together, armed with faith and determination. When they returned to the dormitory, they found Akin waiting for them, his eyes glowing with an unnatural light. "You can't stop me," Akin hissed. "I was sent here on a mission and I will not fail." The pastor stepped forward holding a Bible. "In the name of Jesus, you will leave this place." Akin laughed, but his confidence wavered. As the pastor prayed, Akin's phone began to shimmer, and before they knew it, he screamed loud and became as though he was unconscious. With a final prayer, the pastor banished Akin, who screamed, and then he slept off. The truth about Akin's mission spread quickly through the university. Bright's faith and resilience were praised, and he became a symbol of courage. He never saw Akin again, but the experience left a lasting impact on him. Years later, Bright had graduated and started a family of his own. He never forgot everything that had happened to him, and he remained grateful to his mother for her prayers. One day, while attending a church service, Bright met a pastor who revealed more about Akin's mission. "There are many like him," the pastor said, "sent to deceive and corrupt, but your faith protected you." Bright nodded, understanding the gravity of his experience. He had faced darkness and emerged stronger, his faith unshaken. Bright decided to dedicate his life to helping others who might be facing similar dangers. He joined forces with the pastor and other believers to raise awareness about the hidden threats in the world. Together, they traveled to schools and universities, sharing Bright's story and educating young people about the importance of faith and vigilance. Bright's experience became a powerful testimony, inspiring many to stay true to their values and trust in their faith. As the years passed, Bright's mission grew, reaching thousands of young people. He knew that the battle against darkness was never ending, but he was determined to make a difference. And so, Bright's story continued, a testament to the power of faith, the importance of family, and the resilience of the human spirit.